What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm about to go for my morning run on this treadmill because what you can't see is outside is completely nasty and I don't want to run in that. So we're doing our last medium effort of this training program inside. Unfortunately, we're less than 2 weeks out, so this will just be just kind of sharpening the legs, nothing too crazy. And if there's one thing that I've learned from this prep and all my other preps, it's that if you're waiting until you feel ready, if anything, it's gonna make you feel worse. And that's what today's video topic is gonna be about. So I'm gonna hop on this treadmill, stare into the abyss for the next hour or so, and you sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. Also, out with the old, in with the new. Brought these babies just as a backup in case these are hurting my feet, but we got the Asics Metaspeed Edge Tokyo. Those were the Sky Paris. The old ones, this year's new ones. Haven't worn them yet, but gonna get one run in them before we break them out on race day. So review coming in. Now, for my favorite time of the day, breakfast. What we've got here is 2 eggs, cup of egg whites, sourdough toast with some almond butter, and just a dollop of Vermont maple syrup, and then 3 dates. I love breakfast. I think it's definitely my favorite meal of the day, but I think if I ate a big enough breakfast, and it was my plan, I could not eat the rest of the day and would be completely fine just only eating breakfast every day. But to get back to my topic of the video, I want you to remember, readiness is a feeling, just like being scared. It doesn't mean that because you're scared, you can't do something. You can do something and feel scared, but still do the physical thing. Just like feeling ready for a race day. You can feel ready and not perform. You cannot feel ready and still perform. What's most important is that you're prepared. And preparedness is a process. And just like how when you did something for the first time, you were scared, and then you do it over and over again, and you're not scared, but the outcome is still the same, feelings fluctuate. Processes don't. And now with those words of wisdom, I'm gonna freaking eat my favorite meal of the day. One thing that's been consistent with me ever since I was 15 years old is I love a morning cup of coffee. There's nothing better in the world than a morning cup of coffee. Look at this. This Nespresso too. I love this Nespresso machine because it creates a little foam, whatever system it's got going on the inside, whips it. I know a little bit about the technology. Whips it at like 8,000 RPMs, and it creates a foam layer, which it'll dispense first. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. That's just straight foam right now. And then it starts to fill up. And there you go, now you can start to see it rise from the bottom. Love it. There is absolutely nothing better than a whipped foam, 0 calories, and that foam, it's just whipped coffee, black coffee. That feels like home. So if you've watched any of my last few videos, you know that I recently just signed up for a gym membership here in Fort Lauderdale. I debated a long time because it was a little pricey. It's a really nice gym and I really like it, so I was like, whatever, I'm gonna bite the bullet and sign up for it. But here we are, back in our building's gym, not utilizing that money I spent. It's just so freaking convenient when life's going like this. It's so easy to just freaking open up my door and then walk right into this little domain. Today we are doing just quick back and buys. We're like a week out from our marathon, so really no strength gains, no more focused on training. So we are already prepared. How we doing? A quick little back and buys workout in the middle of our taper. I know you are not supposed to lift these last few days, week, whatever it is. It's gonna tax your CNS, even though you're not gonna make strength gains. The only thing that's gonna happen is it's probably gonna wear you out. Even if you don't do legs, your system might just be in an overhaul, and it's not really good. So I try to keep everything in like 30 minutes around here, just in and out, just kind of go through that routine. So we're first doing some dumbbell rows. We're doing like 3 to 4 sets of 12 to 15, short rest, because I don't want to allow myself to get too heavy. If I'm taking 90 seconds, 2 minutes, then it's gonna feel way too light. So I'm just kind of pumping it out. Next, we're doing pull-ups. So I typically do 3 sets to just under failure. And each week I try to add 1 rep. When I'm in a good groove of it, I can quickly add a bunch of reps when I'm not in a groove of it. Around the 5 rep mark for 3 or 4 sets. Today we did 3 sets of 7. And then next we're going into I don't know what type of grip, a reverse grip pull down, just working a little bit different of a muscle than the pull-ups. And then we'll superset it with some bicep movements, a little curl on the straight bar. And then after that, we'll do another back movement. We're gonna do some face pulls, hit the upper back, a little bit of the rear delt, superset it again with some hammer curls, and then finish off with 1 more bicep movement. And this workout actually felt really great. Like I said, I haven't been lifting as much, so I have a lot of, my muscles are ready to lift, right? They're used to lifting all the time, and we really haven't been doing that. Now, my legs, the last few weeks, it's kind of a little bit of a different story. And this is where doubt really starts to creep in, and it's normal. Everyone feels flat. Everyone feels unsure. Everyone feels fragile late in a prep. Every little tweak, every little slow moving muscle, every little ache gets in your head and makes you think, will I be ready for race day? But that is not a signal to change anything. The more preps you do, the more practice you have, the more experience you experience, the more you realize that this is a part of the process. I know that the last few days before this race, I'm going to start to think I'm sick. I'm going to be carb loading, wondering if I'm eating enough carbs. I'm thinking I'm fighting a cold. I am not feeling well, and I'm afraid that the day of the race, I'm going to be sick as a dog. When now I know that that's going to happen because it's happened every single race, and I'm not actually sick. I am just in fight or flight mode, I guess you could say. And it's that experience that you earn that calmness. And my job here is to kind of help you with skipping some of that experience. I've learned it myself, and here I am telling you that it is okay to feel fragile at the end. You will not feel great, but I promise you, if you're consistent, you stick to your routine, and you remain calm through the whole process, you will be okay. With all that said, what do I look for? How do I fix that? What do I look for instead? And it's 3 things. It's consistency, familiar routines, and calm execution. If you've ever stood up in front of a big audience to give a speech, your heart is racing, but you cannot let the audience know what's happening on the inside. You have to project calmness, and over time, the better you get at presenting in front of people, leading projects, running marathons, acting like you are calm slowly turns into you being calm. Act like how you want to be. Act like the person that you want to be, and you slowly become that person. Now, obviously, not great for me to be lifting weights right now, but it's a part of my familiar routine, and I've always been consistent with it. I don't recommend it, but to me, going through those motions, I'm not going super hard, right? I'm not pushing myself. I'm not making strength gains. I'm sticking to my routine because it gives me less friction on things I need to think about, if that even makes sense. It's what I do. It's habit. And so I know that in order for me to show up to race day prepared, not ready, not feeling ready, but prepared, I need to have those routines. I need to know that I've been consistent, and I need to be calm throughout that whole process and do those things that get me there. And that, folks, is the evening for tonight. Now it's dinner time. We are chefing up a bunch of vegetables, some chicken thighs. We got some rice, and that's gonna be dinner for tonight. Some little Asian stir fry. And that might seem a little boring of a night to most, and yeah, it honestly is not going to be one to remember, but that's part of being prepared for anything. Being prepared for me right now is this race, being prepared for a pitch, presentation, speech, test, all of it is sticking to the boring, not doing anything crazy, not doing anything out of the ordinary, just sticking to your routine, staying consistent, sticking to what you know. And that's what's most important. It doesn't matter if you feel ready or not, it matters if you're prepared or not. And this kind of night is going to make me prepared. We're 7 days out from race day. This is B race of the year, so pressure's a little bit lower, but it is going to make me prepared for that A race. So,
yeah, Chicago!
Chicago! Like 8 months away. Brooke's in her towel over there. I'm not going to do that to you. See you in the next one.